Hello guys, here we are in another battle report, but this time I'm going to make some battle reports about my individual single tournament in the ESC. Okay, it's the single tournament of the ETC, the team tournament, the famous ETC. I'm glad to be here and to talk about my battles. These battle reports, they are going to be longer, but that's because I'm going to talk about the how I made some moves, some charges, what happened. So it's going to be longer, but more tactical. So hope you like it. First of all, I want to talk about my list because it's the first video, and in the next ones I'm not going to talk about another time about my list. So to introduce to you to the videos, and we start for the general. It's a vampire courtier. Okay, it's a Nosferatu bloodline with the arcane knowledge, so I have the +6 range for the spells, and it gives me the hereditary, so but Nosferatu too, so and it's a wizard master of occultism. Okay, and he takes the binding scroll. I think it's a very important part of my list, because with both horrors and both banshees, I'm going to try to make some damage in the shooting and in the magic phase. The next one is the Necromancer. It's a wizard adept of evocation with the magical heirloom, because I need in all my list with the vampire covenant, I try to take at least 2 hereditaries to heal some wounds and to heal. And it's the adept of evocation, because as you can see in my list, I play a unit of ghouls and the unit of gust. They roll to hit if they made at least 1 wound. So it's important to me to take 2 spells, both of the evocation, to make worth it the wound roll. So I always take with my Necromancer the number 1 and number 3. I think number 3. They roll to wound and lethal strike, and the -1 to resilience and discipline. Okay, they are too important, because if I roll to hit and then I roll to wound, or I roll better to wound, it's worth it. And with the vampire courtier, I always take the 2d6. I will probably take the 1 hit of strength 10 and multiple the 3 wounds, but not always. And the breath weapon is a really good spell. And then maybe the Aegis, the 5++, it's a really good spell. Then it depends of the list of my opponent. I take one or another. Okay, but I always take at least the two hereditaries and that 2 spells of evocation, because I think they are really important. Okay, then I have 2 banshees for the shooting, then the unit of ghouls, as I said, and then a really important unit here in my list is the 20 skeletons with full command group and the banner of speed. It's important because I can chaff with the banshees if they are in this unit, and I can chaff 14 inches instead of 12, and I improve the shooting range of the banshees, so it's really important. And if I close the game and the vampire is in the unit, he can he can go 14 inches instead of 12, and throw some spells, because it's important, not always, but or to move and then give the 12 inches to march, to one unit to march or take the objective, or you know. And then the classical 20 zombies. This is a typical unit in the Vampire Covenant list. Then my two chaffs, my two core chaff. One unit of Wolves has champion. This has one really good trick that maybe you will know it, but with the champion I can charge to one hero or one single hero with like a cowboy or something like that, and I use a duel, and I'm going to lose the by 3 always, but I stop there. I stop the hero, and then I can move my horrors or my dark coats or something like that, then to charge in my next turn. The other one doesn't have the champion, but 8 dire wolves, so I like it. Then a dark coach. We all of us know how this coach is. It's a really good unit. In my list, I use him to support my unit of Gast or my unit of Ghouls, my center, always my center, and maybe to zone, to take one zone and try to stop my opponent. You know, I don't use it as an offensive coach. Imagine if I have probably one heal in my deploy, maybe I'm going to try to put my coach there, because with the heal rolling charges, I think it's a really good stopper. And then the 6 Gust, I think is a good unit as the price is. So they are cheaper, I think. And they are going to stop anything. It's difficult to break them in one round, so at least I'm going to charge or counter charge with the dark coach or with other units. And then both horrors, I think they are really good, because they can make some damage without taking the combat. So I think they are pretty good, and they fly. So and at the end, the Barkolak, I think it's a really good unit. With the Vanguard and his movement, I can use it as an offensive unit, or I can use it to take some flank and defend, or to push. So that's what I love the Barkolak. It's really useful. So here's my list. Here we are with my opponent list. Philip, nice to meet you, and if you are seeing this, I really enjoyed the battle, so I hope you do. So okay, 3 catapults, okay, and the 16 bridge trolls. So I thought that this is going to be a hard battle. The objective was the spoils, so he with the trolls, he can push me if he wants. He can push the center, and it's going to be really hard to take the spoil that it's in the middle of the table. So then when I see the table, I thought that it could be possible to stop him, but let's continue with the list. Okay, and so 16 trolls, 3 catapults, and then he has a hero on Gargantula. Okay, it's really nice because with for 610 instead of 510, he has a hero and with paired weapons with Shellbreaker, so it's okay. Then he has a Wither Master of Shamanism. Okay, so he has the 5d6 of strength 1 for my horrors, and then he's going to take the Totemic Beast. And then with the Goblin Witch Doctor, is a Wither Adept of Pyromancy with the Book of Arcane Mastery. So he's going to hit me so hard in the magic phase, because 5d6 Totemic Beast and the +1 to wound, and the 2d6 Fireball. So he has a really good magic. I really like it. And then he has a hero in a board chariot, and he has the Troll Aleflesk and Potion Strength and the Basalt. Okay, it's a cheap hero, and I like it. Okay, then he has the BSB with the Bow of Mass Sapping, 30 goblins with 2 magics, with the Banner of the Redless Company, so it's a really typical unit with Orca goblins. Then 20 Forest Goblins, they are skirmishers, and he has the Banner of Discipline, and then another 20 Orcs with the Banner of Discipline. Okay, and the last 5 Orcs, another scoring unit, and for 180, it's a good unit, why not? And then 1 chaff unit, he has the Goblin Raiders, the Forest Goblins, so they are the spiders. I really like the list. He's going to make some damage in shooting, and he can control the center of the table with that 2 blocks of trolls. And the last thing, I forgot it. He has another Orc board chariot. So he has good units to support the trolls, and he has a lot of shooting with the catapult. So I really like it. I think it's a really strong list, and this is going to be hard. Okay, now we go with the map and the objective and the deployment. Okay, the map, as you can see, I thought it's the number 1, the A1. And the deployment type is the classical 12 inches, and the objective, as I said, it's the spoils. So with my list, it's going to be hard to win the objective. Maybe I can draw it. So he won the roll, so he decides to go to the bottom, and he gives me the impassable terrain in my deployment zone. So I think with this objective it's important to start, and it's really important for me to start against the 3 catapults. So I deploy everything and take the first turn, and here we go with the deployment. Okay, so we start with my deploy, because I started. In the left corner we have the Barclug, and then 1 of my horrors, 2 the 8 die walls, then the unit of zombies with my Necromancer, unit of skeletons with 2 Banshees and my Vampire, and then 6 Gust, the unit of Ghouls, another unit of another horror, and then my Dark Coach, and in the last position we have another unit of die wolves. Okay, So the thing is that I think I thought I can defend the center with the wall, and to with the horror and the dark coach I can try to stop the advance of the trolls, because I thought that he is going to deploy the trolls in the center. That I thought is a really good idea, and he too, because he made it. and I tried to stop with that fall unit. So they are really important in the battle. You're going to see it. So okay, now we go with my opponent's deploy. He deployed, as you can see, the 3 catapults in the bottom line. I think he made a mistake with the deployment, or with the deploy of the right catapult, because he has in front of him a hill, and it's going to be difficult to see something, and it's far away from the left zone. That thinking that I deploy first, so he saw my deploy. You know, it's going to be hard to hit something with that splatter, but it doesn't really matter. So okay, the unit of two boar chariots. The right one is the boar with the boar chariot with the hero. Then the gargantula, the unit of goblins with 2 medkits, the forest goblins with the adept and the BSB. Then 2 units of trolls. What a surprise! The 16 trolls in the center. And then the unit of the general. Okay, the common orcs with discipline and the general, and then the goblin riders and the unit of boars. I think he made a good deploy, but I will change the position of the other splatter because of the hill, but the rest I think it's okay. Okay, so I start the battle, and first of all I make my 2 important vanguards. I make the vanguard with my left unit of wolves, and then with my Barkolak, and I chaff the unit of chariots and the spider. Okay, so it's from the boar chariots, and it's flank from the spider, but he cannot he can't pivot out of without touching the wolves. So I chaff both units, and as you can see in the image, he can go out of the line of sight of my Barkolak, and I always see the catapult, because it's important because I try to make him the decision to, if you charge me, I'm going to charge you, and if you don't charge me, I'm going to charge the splatter and then go out of the map or your line of sight. So then with the rest of the moves, I put my left horror out of the short range of the middle splatter, and then I use the heal to go out of the line of sight of the last one splatter with my other horror. I take the wall with the gust and with the ghouls, and I position my general, within 18 to throw some magic, and if he marches with with the trolls around the center, I always see with my duck coach. And another thing, if he touches with the chariots to the wolves, he cannot overrun. It's impossible to take to touch my horror. And I was so lucky in this magic phase because I make him 5 wounds to the spider, and that's all. Okay, in his first turn, he didn't touch me to the wolves, and I think it's a good and a bad idea. It's a good idea because if he don't touch me, he's going to go far away from the range of the charges from the horror and my Barcolac. But it's risky because if he don't kill the complete unit, he's going to throw the fanatics, the madkits, because I'm within 8 of this unit. But if he charges, he don't have to throw the fanatics, but I will probably charge him with my Barcolac or my horror or something like that. He advanced with thralls just a little more far away from charges, and he take the position of with the hill, with the boards into the hill, sorry, and he moved the goblin riders into the right side. And he killed me the wolves with the magic, and with the shooting he made me 5 wounds into the left horror. So in my second I put my horror behind the hill. And I touched the splatter too, because I put my Barcolac, and then I saw that I was out of the line of sight of the chariot, so I will probably kill the splatter, and then I turn the Barcolac and see his chariots. So one more thing, I position the other horror. If he uses WAG for moving 14 inches instead of 12, I'm going to see with my dark coach both units with flank, and if not, it's going to be front, but probably flank from the gust or not. So I'm going to see him with my dark coach and with both units. If he don't use swag, if he march 12, I saw him with the horror. So I made this to put my horror into the left and try to flank his units. So I think with this he is not going to advance too much confident. As I said, I put my horror behind of the hill and far away from the right splatter, and out of the line of sight from the other. I put my unit of gust and ghouls far away from charges of the trolls. If he wants to use WAG, it's going to be a 12, and it's not worth it, because if he fails, I can charge him and maybe, who knows if break him or not. But I think it's stupid to use WAG in this position. Okay, so now it's I forgot it. in magic I heal the horror 2 wounds, and I try to cast the 2d6. He dispel it because I'm within 18 of the horrors of the trolls. Sorry, and I cast the one impact hit of strength 10 and d3 wounds against the spider, and I kill the spider. So it was a really nice turn. Okay, and I obviously killed the splatter with the backlash. Okay, in his second turn he turned the chariots, but he wanted to see my backlash and the horror, and for him it was more important if I advance with the horror. So he made here another mistake, because in my third with the backlash I match and go out of the line of sight of the chariots. So he pivot just a little the unit of the left unit of trolls to zone me my unit of magic, because if he's looking like the last turn, I will probably advance and then turn and go out of the line of sight and throw magic easier. Okay, here I have one of my mistakes. He can put his spiders out of the line of sight of the dark coach. So this is going to be one of the important points of the battle, because in this position I must charge with the wolves to the goblin riders, because if not, in his third he's going to chaff my ghouls, my dark coach, and my other chaff, because he will probably make a conga line, and then he is going to advance with his trolls. So it's important to me to charge him and break him, and I made it. But first of all, as I said, I advanced with my backlash out of the line of sight, and in his second he made me wound with the shooting phase. Okay, as I said, I charged with my wolves and I made him 2 wounds. He made me two wounds. Okay, but I win by the charge, and he ran and I take it. Okay, and I position my unit of skeletons within 18, but here it is a mistake in my image. Okay, because I put my 2 banshees in the first rank. Okay, because the sides of the square base, it's 20 millimeters, and 1 inch is 25. So I can throw the grave calls within 18 from the second rank, and be on a 18 charge. So if he wants to use the WAG, he can charge me, but he cannot hit my general with his trolls, only the banshees or the unity. I put my horror into the hill to if he made that charge, I can charge him in the by flank. And I position my zombies to take the spoil of the left. I'm far away from the chariots charge, and that's all. Okay, in my magic, I try to heal 2 wounds from the horror, but I failed, and he stopped me the 2d6. So it was a really bad magic phase. Okay, but I was lucky with the wolves, because I break him and I take it. And now in his third, he touched me with the boars into the wolves, and then he put the unit that in this position, and he touched the objective. And here is another really important point of the battle, because it's on an 8-9. I remember it was a 9. It's a medium charge from my coach, and it's important because I can fail the charge, and if I fail, he's going to move with the musician and another 7 or 8 inches, because he's going to take the objective, and it's going to be hard to win the objective or to draw it. So that was in the right zone. In the center, he didn't move the trolls, and as you can see, there is one horror that is not alive. He hit me with his splatter, and he killed me. And that's it. In magic, I stopped the 5d6, and he killed me the Barkolak with shooting and one fireball, one 2d6 fireball. So it's really funny, the battles. Okay, so I take the risk and I get him. I take the charge with the coach, and it's important because with the coach in his flank, I can advance. I can move a little the unit of Gast and the unit of Ghouls to take the wall, to defend the wall and take the extracting. So if he uses the Wag and he get in with that charges, in my next, I'm going to put my coach looking to the center, and if he touch me and he get in, I'm going to counter charge him. So he's going to be far away from probably the BSB. So if he and it's going to be my turn then, so I can heal wounds, I can bluff my units with evocation or maybe with occultism. So it's going to be hard for that trolls. Okay, so I put my other horror into the hill to make some pressure to his chariots, because he can charge me at 20 with Wag, but I can shoot him within 24. So I position my zombies to take in the next, or in the number 4 or number 5 the objective, and that's it. So I kill the boars, and that's it. And in his next turn, he positioned the boar chariots far away from the horror, and he uses the Wag to touch me. The one unit of trolls into the Gast, and the other one into the ghouls. The thing is that there were 7-8 charges. So if he only takes one, I think it's a bad position for him, because he will probably don't move the general and the BSB to get to take them the leadership, because it's really far away. Think that the BSB is in his deploy, and his general more or less too. I'm going to charge him. Imagine that if he get in with the unit of trolls in front of the ghouls, I can charge him by flank with the dark coach or with the gust, and if he get in with the unit of trolls that he charged to the gust, imagine trolls against gust, I can charge him by flank with the goals. So I thought there were easy charges with Sweet Drive, 7, 8 more or less, but if he only get in one, I think it's a really bad position for that trolls. In the magic phase, I stopped the 5d6, and he bluffed the unit of trolls. In my next turn, I positioned the zombies far away from the chariots, but he can charge me on a 12. If he get in that charge, he cannot touch my horror. Okay. I charge with the dark coach into the trolls flank, and I charge with the gust too, because it was a 7-8 charge, but with the dark coach and with the gust, maybe I probably kill two trolls. Maybe if I'm lucky 3, but normally maybe 2. And he's going to kill me maybe 1 gust. So if I get in, I can break him and destroy that unit of trolls, and probably take the center, and in my 6 probably charge one unit of the unit of general, or maybe the second unit of trolls. So that's what I made. I bluff my gust, because if he charges them, now I don't have the distracting. So if he charges me with the gust, I can counter charge with my goals, and the same, but in the other order. If he charges me with the goals, I will probably counter charge with my gust. So I go out of the line of sight of the trolls to throw some magic, and he dispelled the 2d6 as always. Now it's number 5, turn number 5 of the Orcs and Goblins, and it's really important to take this charge, and he get in, and he was lucky here, and he get the 12 charge. He destroyed my unit of zombies, and he advanced with a unit of trolls, and he in the last turn with the dark coach I killed 1 troll, and then he passed the leadership, and then he put his front into my front. So that's all. He bluffed his trolls, and he marched with the BSB to be within 12, with the general and with the BSB into the trolls that they are in front of the gust. So he blocked the charge of the gust, and I can charge the ghouls with the ghouls, but I didn't take it, because if he charged me with the gust, he will probably maybe in my 6, in his 6, if he's lucky, maybe it doesn't really matter for me, because but I don't throw the charge. Maybe it was a mistake from my point. So the important thing is that he get in with the Orc Boars chariots in unit into the zombies, and he overran into the skeletons on on a 10 or 11, I thought, but he get in. And this combat is going to be in my turn, so in my magic phase I decide to heal wounds to stop him to break me, because it's a really big unit of I'm talking about the points. So it's general, 2 Banshees, Necromancer. If he kills me, the general, it's going to be a disaster. The horror, the ghast, the ghouls, you know. In the combat phase, he made me 2 wounds, I made him 2 wounds, and I lose by 1 because of the rank he has. But I heal it with my vampirism. I don't touch him with the unit of ghast, and I reform the ghouls with the champion and go out, because if I don't know, but if in this combat he break me the dark coach, he's going to put looking to the top and touch me. So I thought that I were in a position that I have to save some points. So in this turn he killed me a lot of skeletons. I issue a duel with my Banshee because his orc on chariot, he doesn't have magical attacks, so I have 3++ ward save against him, but he killed me the Banshee with the impacts and with the boards and then with the hero, and there are many attacks, so I don't save I don't have pretty good rolls, so he killed me the Banshee, and then with the other boar and a lot of skeletons. It was a really hard combat for me. But the thing is that in his 6 he didn't kill me the skeletons unit, and he tried to charge his trolls against my ghast, but he won the combat, but not for too much, and he destroyed my dark coach. So the thing is, we finished the battle like this. It was a really hard and tactical battle for me. He has the advantage maybe because he had better units for the center, and he had a really good shooting and magic phase, so it's really hard for me fight against this list, but it was a 10-10, it was a draw. And that's all. So hope you like this video. I'm going to try to record more content like this. So hope you like it, and see you in the next videos. Bye.